Hello everybody and welcome to another video. This is only going to be a quick one today. There hasn't been any videos over the last couple of days because my computer decided to suffer a catastrophic failure and I've had to basically somehow manage to put it all back together and fix it, and in the process I seem to have lost or misplaced my actual list of reaction video suggestions. I had to wipe my hard drive and start from the beginning, so I don't know if all my settings on like my microphone, my video or anything are going to be any good. So I'm just going to do a quick little reaction video, see how it comes out, and hopefully we'll get back to normal soon. So I'm falling back on an old reliable band that I've reacted to many times before. I'm going to be looking at Poets of the Fall. It's only a short track, a track called False Kings off the Ultraviolet album. I do know this track very well because I have, since reacting to them a few times, I have gone and bought their entire discography and listened to it so much that I'm surprised the laser hasn't burnt through the disc itself. So I am familiar with the track, so I'm just going to be doing a very quick reaction to this, having a little bit of a talk about it, but I'm not going to go anything too far in depth. So yeah, we'll have a look at False Kings by Poets of the Fall and see how this goes. So here we go.
Getting lost, singing their song, caught up in all I've done. It's all I know, but not what I need. Caught by my love, caught till I bleed. So I want to run to your shelter tonight. Run to the shelter tonight. United in silent resistance of bowing to false kings. So let me run to your shelter tonight. Run from this meaningless pantomime. I swallow my pride, give up the pretense of bowing to false kings. But their smiles liquid and smooth took their words for the truth. Edge of light and shade, my broken soul once more enslaved. So I want to run to your shelter tonight. Run to the shelter tonight. United in silent resistance of bowing to false kings. So let me run to your shelter tonight. Run from this meaningless pantomime. I see the false kings, I see that all this must end. When there's no love in my embrace, cold blood runs through my veins. If I sow without grace, do I still sow? I need the love in your embrace. Open doors, brand new ways, and my words that erase, and I'm yours. So I want to run to your shelter tonight. Run to the shelter tonight. United in silent resistance of bowing to false kings. So let me run to your shelter tonight. Run from this meaningless pantomime. I swallow my pride, give up the pretense. Yes, I whined and I dined on that cyanide.
Ooh, there we go. And what can I really say about the band that I haven't already said before? I still absolutely love that guy's voice, and the variation of styles throughout their music is just amazing. Now, there was a little discussion at one point on one of the Popes of the Fall videos I covered in the past, and someone said, they should do a theme song for James Bond, and that pretty much sounds just like it should be a James Bond theme song, and it even has a video that sort of goes along with it, the whole Casino Royale looking thing and the tuxedos and what have you, so, it wouldn't be that far of a stretch to imagine them doing that. Now, this track comes directly after My Dark Disquiet, which I covered a little while ago, which I absolutely loved. It's possibly one of my all-time favourite tracks by them. And this even seems to involve the same character from Dark Disquiet, the guy with the scarred face and the white eye, although the makeup in this isn't quite as good as it was in Dark Disquiet, but it seems to be following the same character. And the song itself seems to be talking about, false friends, toxic people, being sort of coerced into the similar sort of lifestyle as these horrible people, if you know what I mean. And the lyrics go, getting lost singing their song, caught up in all I've done. It's all I know, but not what I need. Cut by my love, cut till I bleed. So I want to run to your shelter tonight. Run to the shelter tonight. United in silent resistance of bowing to false kings. So let me run to your shelter tonight. Run from this meaningless pantomime. I'll swallow my pride, give up the pretense of bowing to false kings. Now, I'm taking this as sort of being like escaping from toxic people, or fake friends, as it were. Maybe not necessarily toxic people, but fake people, which I'm guessing is what the false kings stands for. Because there's just that last 4 lines of that chorus there. So let me run to your shelter tonight, run from this meaningless pantomime. I'll swallow my pride, give up the pretense of bowing to false kings. So it's like, let me escape from this and go, run to you where I know I'll be safe. I'll be safe from all of this. I know you'll protect me. And run from this meaningless pantomime. It's like, all of these people that I'm surrounded by, everything around me, it's all false, it's all fake, it's all made up. These people are pretending to be something they're not, and I'm part of it, and I want to be out of that, by the sound of things. And like it says there, I'll swallow my pride and give up the pretense of bowing to false kings. So it's like, I don't want to be part of this anymore. I want to escape from this. I don't want to pretend anymore. I want to be who I actually am, and not who these people want me to be. I don't know. Carried on, bought their smiles liquid and smooth, took their words for the truth. Edge of light and shade, my broken soul once more enslaved. And then it goes back into that chorus. So I want to run to your shelter tonight, run to the shelter tonight, united in silent resistance of bowing to false kings. So let me run to your shelter tonight, run from this meaningless pantomime. I see the false kings, I see that all this must end. So he's going, bought their smiles liquid and smooth, took their words for the truth. So basically they were talking with a silver tongue and sort of made him believe the lies, made him think that, they were his friends and that this is what he needed in his life, and that these, this is how life should be. So, they basically, they lied to him to get him to be part of their clique, as it were. And, he bought it hook, line and sinker, and then he sort of, once he was actually in it, he realised, hold on, this is actually not what they said it was. It says edge of light and shade, so he sort of like stepped out of, what would have been the perfect life, essentially, and he stepped into what he thought was going to be a perfect life, but it's turned out to be sort of dark, seedy, full of lies and, that sort of thing. Again, I could be wrong. And in the variation of that chorus, he says, "I see the false kings. I see that this all must end." So it's like he's realised that what these people were. You know, he realises these are fake friends, that these are toxic people, and he needs to put a stop to it. He needs to get out of it. He needs to escape from it, possibly. Then it goes into a sort of bridge that says, "When there's no love in my embrace, cold blood runs through my veins. If I soar without a grace, do I still soar? I need the love in your embrace, open doors, brand new ways, and end my wars and erase, and I'm yours." And then it goes back into that chorus. "So I want to run to your shelter tonight, run to the shelter tonight, united in silent resistance of bowing to false kings. So let me run to your shelter tonight, run from this meaningless pantomime. I swallow my pride, give up the pretense. Yes, I whined and I dined on that cyanide." And that very last line there sort of says, yes, I spent a long time in this horrible place, and I whined and dined on that cyanide. So he basically swallowed their poison. He swallowed their toxic mannerism, the toxic behaviour. He believed all of the lies and deceit that these people were weaving into his life, and he bought it. And he's admitting to the fact that, yes, he did at one point believe all of that. He did live like that, and he doesn't like the fact anymore. You know, "I need the love in your embrace, open doors and brand new ways, and my wars and erase, and I'm yours." So he's like, I need you to help me through this. I need you to help me get rid of all this toxic stuff that's in my life at this moment. I need your help. I can't do this myself. And, you know, once this is all gone, you know, this is gone, past, I'm all yours. I don't want anything to do, with them anymore. So that's what that seems to be. You know, and it's a good song. It's not one of my favourites off the album, but I do still enjoy it. You know, like I said, I've got their whole discography now. After the first couple of times of listening to them, you know, they're just such a fantastic band. I had to go out and get it, and I've listened to the whole discography so many times. I'm surprised I wasn't singing along to that song. But anyway, as I said, I was only doing this track because, well, I seem to have lost or misplaced my list after the catastrophic failure of my computer. So I still need to try and find that, which I will try and do. If not, I will have to go on an epic trawl through all my YouTube comments and stuff to try and rebuild my list. And like I said, I did this just to test, because I don't know whether my microphone settings are going to be right, how the camera settings are going to be. So this is just a brief test to see what it was. That's why it's a short song, although I've still managed to go on for 13 minutes. So we'll see how it goes. Now, if anybody wants to suggest a track for me to have a look at, then please do so by all means. Drop a comment in the comment section below, or message me on my Facebook or my Instagram, or you can even message me through my Patreon, where you can help to support this channel and help me create future content, maybe improve the quality of future content. There is also an option in there where you can get your suggestion jumped to the front of the queue, should you so desire. There are a couple of limitations on that, however, to be fair to other people who suggest tracks through regular means. And if you do suggest a track through those regular means, like Facebook and YouTube comments and stuff, it might take me a while to get around to it, because I do get suggested so many tracks every single day, although given the state of my list at the moment, which appears to have vanished from the face of the earth, Lord knows I might get to them quicker. But there is a chance it might take me a while to get around to them, because I do get suggested so many every single day. But I do write down every suggestion I get, and I'm going to have to start doing that again because of the loss of my list, but, you know, we'll carry on, we'll persevere, we'll fight through. Also, Metalhead Reacts is a proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, a British-based charity whose main goal is to put an end to hate crimes, mainly those involving people of the alternative culture. Something I believe in very, very strongly, something I'm very, very passionate about, because it's something I've had to deal with for a large portion of my life, as well as, you know, many of my friends and many members of my family have also had to deal with this. And I know some of you watching have had to deal with this as well. And it's the fact that people all around the world, every single day, from the alternative community, are getting violently attacked purely because they listen to alternative music. And when you actually say that sentence, it sounds utterly ridiculous. You know, getting violently attacked because you listen to alternative music. It sounds ridiculous. And it is. It's absolutely beyond belief. You know, why is this a thing? You know, why does someone's taste in music trigger someone to attack you? But it is something that happens, and it's something that needs to change. Something needs to be done about it, because people are getting severely hurt. People are getting brutally beaten. People are getting hospitalised with broken bones, sometimes even more severe injuries like getting stabbed or worse. You know, and it's a very real problem, but nobody ever talks about it, and nothing gets done. And that needs to change. The last time anything like this was spoken about was about 13 years ago, when Sophie Lancaster and her boyfriend Rob Maltby were violently attacked by a group of people, 5 or 6 people, and they were beaten so severely. They were punched, they were kicked, they had their heads stamped on, and they were beaten so severely that they both ended up in a coma. Now, Rob Maltby, he did thankfully survive. He was in a coma for maybe a week or so, might have been a little bit longer, I can't remember exactly. But he came out of his coma. Sophie Lancaster, on the other hand, was in a coma for 13 days before she succumbed to her injuries, and she died. This young girl, she was 20 years old, I believe, was beaten to death just because of her taste in music. And this happened, like I said, 13 years ago. And that's the last time we've really heard anything about this happening. But I can guarantee you, in the time since that happened, hundreds, if not thousands of people from the alternative community have been attacked in a similar fashion. And the only, and we've not heard a thing about it because nobody has died. And that, on the face of it, is disgusting. It should not take someone's death for this to be spoken about. Something needs to be done. You know, we can't allow what happened to Sophie Lancaster to ever happen again. It should never have happened in the first place. But it's getting ignored. Nothing is getting done. You know, every single day we hear about all these other hate crimes, like sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia, religious hatred, discrimination against disabled people and stuff like that. We hear about these every single day, from the most vile and violent and heinous crimes where someone is murdered because of the colour of their skin, or because of their religious beliefs, or because of their sexual orientation, now down to the most petty and pathetic of these crimes, where entitled Karen is calling the police because a family of colour are having a picnic in a public park, God forbid. You know, we hear all facets of this all the time, every single day, in all kinds of media, but we don't hear about these people that are getting brutalised just purely because of their taste in music. And, people have argued with me that it's not a hate crime, but it is. It is the very essence of a hate crime. If you are attacking someone because you hate something about that person, whether it is the colour of their skin, their religion, their taste in music, their sexual identity, what have you, it is a hate crime. And it's getting widely ignored, but this is happening all the time, and people are getting really badly hurt, and that needs to change. And this is what Sophie Lancaster Foundation is all about. They want to bring more attention to the fact that this is happening. They want more people to start talking about this so something will get done, because they don't want to see another family go through what they went through when they had to watch their daughter slowly die over the course of 2 weeks. They want to stop what happened to Sophie from ever happening again. And like I said before, it should never have happened in the first place. It's a pathetic excuse for attacking someone. There is no need for it, and it needs to stop. It needs to change. So if you'd like to find out more about the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, there is a link to their website in the description below. You can go over there, find out what they're working on at the moment, find out what their main goal is, because they can explain it a lot better than I can. And if you can help them out in any small way, obviously don't feel obligated to do so, but if you can help them out in any small way, whether it be a small donation through their website, or something as simple as one of these Sophie wristbands from their web store, the smallest amount can make the biggest difference. And the sooner we get more people talking about it, the sooner we can help to stamp out prejudice, hatred and intolerance everywhere. But I'm going to leave that as it is for the time being. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.
So I want to run to your shelter tonight.